Hey Rhonda, this is a screencast to show you how to set up your podcast blog posts now using the new editor. So I'm going to just copy, I'm doing this on the test site so I don't mess anything up on your live site. And I'm just going to copy over your episode 7 to give you an example. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and give it your title. And you want to select your category, and then you want to come down to post attributes and change it to the podcast episode. Now, previously, this would automatically, just changing that would automatically change and bring up the things you need to fill in for the podcast. But that doesn't happen anymore. So at that point, you need to save the draft after you've done those 3 things. And once you're done saving, you need to refresh the page. I expect that this is something that will get better over time, but this is kind of how we have to work it right now so that we can do the new thing with the blocks and the buttons and everything. So once I've refreshed, you can see I've got my player here, my player short code here, and then your place for the episode art. This is now below the podcast content instead of right below the title. So like we've shown here with the Buzzsprout, you just need to get your Buzzsprout episode number from the URL, this 88 right here after the episode, or from where I showed you where you can get the same episode number here under embed or email, and replace those X's. And then same thing that you used to be able to do, you can add your episode art. And I'm just going to grab this one to test with. And then up here where you just enter your content, this should just simply be a copy and paste from everything that you've, from wherever you've written your post. And if you ever get a block here that you don't want, you can just click on this area and hit delete, and it will disappear. And then let's see. Oh, so some odd things have been moved over here to the side. So your excerpt, this should be your little 1-sentence excerpt that you use on, let's see, that you're using on Buzzsprout. I'm not sure where to pull that from here with what episode that you've got, but that could be what that's where that excerpt goes. And then also your featured post. Oh, featured image is right here also in this same block. And again, just like it used to be, you can select the square version of the image for that. And then your publish immediately, you can still set your date and time for a future publication. And I think that is all there is to that. So yeah, just those couple of initial things when you're initially setting up the podcast page. And for some reason, this makes you, anytime you click schedule or update or schedule or publish, it makes you go through it twice. So be sure you've hit it twice so it actually gets saved. And then here's your link to your post. And this is what you want when you're creating the pretty link and you haven't, oh, nope, that's not it. So when you're creating your pretty link, this is the link that you want to copy. And I don't know why this is not very easy to get to anymore with with the scheduled posts, but you want to come under permalink and you want to copy this. You don't want to click on it because it's going to pull up this weird link here. you want this actual permalink. So this is what you're going to use to create your pretty link with. And it will tell you that your pretty link isn't active yet. Like you said, your page isn't active yet, but I do think it will. Once the page goes live, I'm pretty sure the pretty link will work. And I'm going to double check that here. But anyhow, that's the piece that you need to use there. So I think that's all there is that's different to using the new editor to create podcast episodes. So let me know if you have any questions.